And with that, welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Darkrai's Revenge. After roughly 1.5 years, the second act has now been released and we're going to get right back into it. If I'm not mistaken, then at the end of the last act, Mitchell did end up sacrificing himself and yeah, we are back with Pichu. Why did he sacrifice, I guess? How could he just give up like that? What kind of writing is the story anyway? This is a complete betrayal of Mitchell's character. My little Pichu, whatever has gotten you so worked up? Mom, I read ahead in the story, I'm sorry. But what happened to Mitchell's character? The story can't end like this. I was worried when we got to this part. I wasn't sure how you would react. Well, is Mitchell planning some kind of double bluff? That would be the only reason why he would leave Sparky like that. Well, unfortunately not. Darkrai broke his spirit, and so traveled through the dimensional hole in a desperate attempt to save his own life. For if he didn't, he would have been killed by Darkrai. Mitchell had no idea where the dimensional hole would take him. Was it to a ruined future, or an ancient past? Well, I guess we're gonna find out right about now. Chapter 4, Reigniting the Spark. Hello? Are you okay? Can you hear my voice? Well, that is a Tropius. Oh dear, this isn't good at all. They look so famished. Maybe if I leave them some fruit? Yeah. Alright, my head. Oh good, you're awake. You were out cold for so long I was starting to get worried. Take your time. It might take a minute to get your bearings together. Bearings again? Bearings again? English. Anyways. It's all gone. Yeah, I guess everything I ever knew. It's all turned to nothing. I can't believe I was so easily manipulated. How was I so weak to let that happen? I've always found a way forward, no matter how bleak the situation, and yet I gave up. Darkrai didn't force me to walk through the dimensional hole. I went through myself. This feeling. I've never known this feeling before. This feeling of failure. I failed everyone. Doomed them all to a world of darkness. And the worst part about it, that includes Sparky too. My closest companion. I can't go on, knowing that I will be the cause of his suffering for the rest of his life. The only possible way is to forget everything about my past. I have to forget. I have to try and make the pain go away. Alright. Man, he ain't doing too good. You do know I'm here, right? Oh, sorry, I didn't notice you. My name's Chimchar. Nice to meet you. Oh, hi. I'm Tropius. You look pretty spaced out there, Chimchar. Is there something wrong? What caused you to pass out like that? Well, Tropius, to answer your question, I don't really feel like dwelling on the past anymore. Not after, well, what happened that made me pass out here. Oh, I see. Perhaps it is fate that we've met here, though. If you'll allow me, I'd like to join you for a little while. I don't have anyone to go back to, and so I see this as an opportunity to start fresh. Well, I can't say I understand you yet, but if it's a companion in need, then I can do my best to help you there. Ah, that's right, I almost forgot. I don't think I've eaten in days. Days? Well, lucky for you, I have food with me. Thanks, that would be a big help. But where's your bag? I don't need one. See those yellow things hanging off my neck? They're a sweet fruit called a banana. Try one, you'll love them. A banana, eh? Well, at this point, I'm so hungry I'll try anything. Okay. Sure. These are definitely monkey noises. Okay, sure, sorry, I never made those sounds before. But this banana almost tastes like it was made for me. It makes my body sing. Okay, I'm glad you like it. I've got plenty more at camp. Come on, I'll take you there. So, this is where the fates have landed me. Wherever it is, at least the world seems at peace. Here I can take on a new name, even a new personality. Hopefully, by doing that, I can forget the failure that was my old life. I have to forget. I have to pretend that part of me never existed. My existence as Mitchell is no more. Hey, over here. Care to give me a hand? I wonder what's going on. Really? I'm glad you two showed up. I was walking along, minding my own business when I came across something strange. Maybe you guys can help me out. Something strange? Yeah, check it out. It's just at the entrance to the cave over here. And that's the Rotom phone, isn't it? How are they here? Wait, I remember we agreed that they would stay in my treasure bag when I was with... Well, which means Rotom went through the dimensional hole when I... Why can't I just be allowed to forget everything and move on? Do you have any idea what this might be? Well, I've never seen anything like it before. It's a mystery to me too. I can't tell if it's a rare Pokemon, or maybe it's a fallen object from outer space. This is so cool, I can finally live out my dreams of becoming a space cadet. Or perhaps we should just leave it be and move on. If it's a Pokemon, I'm sure they'll wake up on their own. If there's a Pokemon in trouble, it's our duty to help them. Alright, I guess. Huh? I can see light coming from it. This thing is playing some kind of writing? Maybe it's some kind of alien language. Initiating factory reset. 20%, 34%, 53%, 77%. Factory reset complete. Ooh, what a ride! That's the last time I do interdimensional travel. It really is an alien from outer space. Please take me with you. Whoa, hold out there, astronaut. Unfortunately, I am not an alien. I'm merely a pokey... Ah, Mitchell, you're alive! Mitchell? Who's Mitchell? That chimchar with the scarf. I was traveling with him. Haha, you must have me mistaken. I've never seen you before in my life. Well, something's different about Mitchell. Luckily, I can use the phone's features to work it out. Oh, I must have gotten confused, but just to be sure, can you say something to me again? Okay. I see. Mitchell's gone undercover for some reason, and you're standing on top of my text box. I must not blow his cover. I guess. Yep, there's no mistaking it. I have you mistaken, Chimchar. Wink. Since I've definitely not met any of you before, I will need to go through my traditional introductory exposition. Now you will learn about how amazingly useful I can be. Great, I have to listen to their own intro again. Pleasure to make you acquainted. My name is Rotom. Whenever you go to a dungeon, get to a dungeon to go into, I'll be close by to lend you a hand. So cool. But I don't need any dungeon help right now. I just got out of this dungeon and was heading in the opposite direction. Huh? This wasn't a mystery dungeon when I passed through here earlier. Did one appear while I was out? According to my dungeon information app, yes it did. This dungeon appears to be only 3 hours old. Well, just my luck. Cam was on the other side of this cave. Would you help me get through your Chimchar? Sure, I'm pretty handy at mystery dungeons myself. Well, what about me? Wouldn't you be lost without your amazing Rotom phone? Alright, I suppose you can come. It's not like you were going to take no for an answer, were you? Well, I've got some surplus supplies I've been meaning to get rid of. I'm going to sell them at to a Keclean in town, but I'll give you one of them for free. If you're interested, come see me before you head into the dungeon. Thanks, that would be a big help. There's one more thing. I've noticed something strange about this dungeon. Something that I've never detected in a mystery dungeon before. You should talk to me to find out what it is. Why not tell us now? Indeed. Sometimes I do not understand your Rotom. Well, you've had an exhaustive day, haven't you, my dear? I'm not surprised after what's happened in the story. Rest up, we'll continue tomorrow. I guess we are going to save. Alright. We get advice. As Darkrai is no longer on your team, the Eclipse rope has been removed from your bag. I guess. We are diamond rank, we do still have some money, we do... Oh yeah, right, we are kind of stacked. Forgot. It's been quite some time. Let's see, we get rid of those. I guess... we do have a lot of orbs in here. You don't need that. Well, although, yeah, maybe that. That not either. This not as well. We don't need that many max elixirs. Same with XI, Violent, and Stun seeds. Also with Sleep seeds and Blinker seeds as well. I think I was pretty much prepared for a boss fight last time I went by. But I think we're good this way. Gonna quickly save our item. And then let's see, what do you give me? So, I got some health drinks I was going to sell to a Kecleon market. They fetch a good price, so I can't give you all of them. But go ahead and choose one that you want. Definitely ginseng. Oh, there's something else I should give you. Here, take this. A spirit stick. That item has some kind of mystical power. It makes the Pokemon feel good vibes all over. And boosts your stat as well. Who knows, you might need it if you're in a pinch. Sounds like a custom item. A stick with special properties, alright. When held, Pokemon are filled with the motivational spirit of those who held it in the past. Boost attack, special defense, right. So we are at 69, 65, 78, 71. Yeah, boost them all by one. Alright, that means I don't need the special band. Also, I did not need to deposit 2. Anyways, why, hello there, Jimja. I'm so happy to be assisting you for the first time. Knock it off, Rotom. Whatever you knew of me before, forget it, okay? Crystal clear. Accessing database, Traveler's Cavern is 10 floors high with no rest stop. There are no monster houses, enemy levels range from 42 to 49. The most common items are escape or max elixirs and oran berries. No traps in this dungeon? Now, I'm sure you're dying to know what strange thing I detected. It's an item I've never seen before. Tell me, Chimcha, do you like bananas? Of course, it's gonna be bananas. I got your attention, didn't I? Yes, I'm detecting that all apples in this dungeon are in fact bananas. There's no change in how they work, it's just a different food item. However, there's also a banana peel. They're an item too? I thought that part of the banana was useless. They usually are useless, except for you. When you possess the banana peel as a held item, the current value of your belly is the percentage chance of landing a critical hit. That seems rather strong. Okay. For example, if your belly is at 75%, the chance of landing a critical hit is also 75%. This power comes with a price, however. When you possess the banana peel, your belly goes down 3 times faster. Well, I don't mind that. That's actually kind of useful for boss fights, as long as our belly is reset. So yeah, that's good. Where can I find the banana peel? I need it. Oh, steady on. There's one banana peel in this dungeon. It can be found on the first floor. How convenient is that? You know, Rotom, I'm glad you're around. I think this is the start of a wonderful partnership together. I wouldn't have it any other way. Alright. Thanks so much for helping me. My level might be high, but I don't have much confidence going through a mystery dungeon on my own. I'm sure we'll be fine if we work together. Yeah, I'm sure as well. I did not mean to press no. Let's get inside. So they said first floor, we do get the banana peel. Also, I do have to quickly check. You get this taken away, and you also get this taken away. That should be good. Does not look like the floor. Actually, just quickly, I should also adjust stuff. Bottom screen, no map. Right, that should be more easy to look at. And also did not mean to awaken the Credilli. Right, we have Flame Torment, Facade, and Flamethrower. Also, is it just me, or is Tropius a kind of a darker shade of green? It feels like it, at least. I don't... It looks like we did find the banana peel. Because that down there sure looks like one. Yep. It's only one health, right? Health item, alright. Okay. That is good to know. But I really don't have much against rock types, do I? I guess that's something for Tropius to deal with. Also, you do not have CTC, alright. Another banana. And I'm guessing these dungeons is gonna be full of food items. In case people wanna try out the banana peel, which makes sense, of course. But I don't think... I did not mean to use common. Anyways, but I don't think I'm in a position where I currently really need banana peel. Again, it's probably going to be mostly useful for a boss fight. To have close to 100% crit rate, especially if you're considering that I do have a range move, which would then also crit, is kind of strong. But yeah, we will see how useful it's actually gonna be, or if I even remember to use it. Because there's a good chance that I might not, actually. Anyways, we do, of course, have our stairs. But presumably the last floor we have not checked, which, the last room we have not checked, I mean. Which would be bottom right. And there it is. Alright, halfway. I mean, it is nice that the game does tell you about how long the dungeons are. Instead of just guessing based on other dungeons or on base game stuff. Well, floor 7. And floor 8, I do like that stair spawn. And I like that one as well. So how many bananas do we have, man? Banana, 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 banana. Almost a full page just of bananas, and unfortunately a shift tree decided to pick up a revival seed. I don't actually know, but I think it triggers, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but oh well. Yeah, plain seed. Highly unfortunate. Can't really do anything about it though. Alright, last floor. Let's see. We do get even more bananas. And we do also finally get the last set of stairs. Oh, I think I see a light ahead. But it doesn't look like the end of the cave. Huh. It's a Cubone. Well, how did you get in here? I didn't see you enter my dungeon. Wait, don't tell me I made this a two-way dungeon by accident. Huh? Who are you? And why are you talking as if you built this dungeon yourself? I can explain. My name is Cavern, and today I've decided to follow in my grandfather's footsteps by starting my career as a dungeon builder. A dungeon builder? Yes! Surely you've heard of my grandfather's dojo in Treasure Town. Not really. I don't remember seeing it when I last visited Treasure Town. Well, I've never been to Treasure Town myself. Ouch. Well, if that isn't a punch in the gut. But no matter, my grandfather runs that dojo to help traveling explorers improve their skills, so I thought I would try it myself so I can take over the dojo one day. But I hope this dungeon wasn't too difficult for you. If I'd known you were entering, I would have adjusted it to your skill level. It's okay, we made it through and that's the important thing. Does your grandfather know you're building dungeons out here? it's odd that he is not here with you to make sure you're doing this safely. Well, you see... No, he doesn't. Well, don't you think that's a little irresponsible? A little bit. But I thought the Pokemon here would appreciate trying out a new dungeon challenge. A green mushroom-looking Pokemon that came by didn't seem to mind. I thought I'd be making others happy. Well, I got cut off from my camp because this dungeon appeared while I was out. If I wasn't strong enough, I could have gotten seriously hurt. I didn't think of that. Sorry, I messed up, didn't I? Oh, I brought shame upon my family. I can never face my grandfather again. Hey, now, don't get upset. I'm sure your grandfather will understand. Well, my grandfather never lets me inside the dojo. Says there's a maze in there that's too dangerous. But I still look up to him and admire his work. I wanted to show him how much I wanted to follow in his footsteps. Well, have you tried telling your grandfather this? If you knew how much you looked up to him, maybe he'd take you on as an apprentice. English. You think? It's worth a try. If you never tell someone how you feel, how would they ever know? You're right. I'm going back to Treasure Town and tell my grandfather I want to be a dungeon builder just like him. He has to understand. He just has to. I won't stop until he does. Thank you, kind strangers. Your words have motivated me once more. I must go and tell him now. There isn't a moment to spare. Is Cavern a Redditor? Perhaps. Well, if you never tell someone how you feel, how will they ever know? If only it were that easy for me to do that. Ah, no, we're not revisiting this again. I'm drawing a line in the sand and this thought pattern and putting it to an end. Well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of why this dungeon appeared. We should get moving too. Oh, right. That Cavern, that can't be the same one I know, can it? He mentioned something about his grandfather. Could it be a younger version of the Marowak that ran the dojo in my old life? Perhaps I'm so far in the future that the world is rebuilding. Well, from my terrible mistake. Ah, there I go, thinking about the past again. I wish it wasn't so easy to do. Well, we don't actually know if we're in the same timeline, if we're later, or if we're like in the future, or in the past. Anyways, Tropius led Mitchell back to his campsite. It was here that they decided to rest and stay the night. Well, I gotta say, these bananas are amazing. They taste even better when they've been lightly charred in the flames. Well, I've never seen a Pokemon like my bananas so much. Either you're really hungry or your taste buds are naturally attracted to their sweet flavor. Well, I haven't seen you eat anything, Rotom. Is there something wrong? Well, I'm a ghost-type Pokemon possessing a synthetic inanimate object. In other words, I don't need food. Right, I see. Anyway, you should take your time and savor those bananas, Chipper. They're hard to find on this continent. Well, apart from that last dungeon, normally other Pokemon only get to eat them when they come across a Tropius. There are many of us around, so it's a real treat for anyone who crosses paths with us. So, what is your story, Tropius? What do you mean? What do you do for a living? Since you've got a camp set up, I suppose you're some sort of explorer. Well, you could say that. I like to call myself a free spirit. I've never joined an exploration team since I'm not interested in exploring mystery dungeons all the time. Instead, I travel where the wind takes me. Where the wind takes you? Well, didn't you notice in the dungeon earlier? I'm not just a grass type. I'm a flying type too. Wow, I wasn't expecting a Pokemon of your, size to be capable of flying. Hey, watch it! One more comment like that and I might just bruise all my bananas. Wait, do you mean these bananas can spoil easily? That's right. Maybe you should be more careful when handling them. I've been chugging them down carelessly, haven't I? I must have been lucky that none of them have been bruised already. He does not get it. Anyways, you can relax. They're actually quite hard to bruise. And your comment about my size didn't make me angry either. Truth be told, I hardly get angry at anyone. Well, I guess it's my free-spirited nature. Like I said, I travel wherever the wind takes me. Why? Because that's part of what I make my life's purpose. What I've decided to do is to travel the world and meet as many Pokemon as I can. That way we all... wait, what? No, the way we all live and interact with one another, it fascinates me. This world is full of the most amazing things where the most incredible events happen. How we grow as a society, how we coexist with each other. Our conflicts, our triumphs, our sorrows. They all form what makes us Pokemon. As long as I exist in this world, I want to see that story unfold. Your life's purpose. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit any nerves. You're fine. It's just right now, well, I guess I don't have a purpose. Well, that scarf you're wearing means you're part of an exploration team, right? Is that not what you'd consider your purpose? Great. Now I'm trapped talking about something I'm trying so hard to forget. I thought, as the day went on, the pain would start to go away, but my thoughts, well, they're spinning faster than ever. My body, it feels so tense and nervous. This anxiety won't just go away. Why can't I let this go? It's finished now, it's over. There's nothing to be nervous about anymore. And yet I can't stop dwelling about it. Well, I'll respect your request not to ask about what happened to you, but I think I understand all the same. It does? Well, you're not the first Pokemon I've met who find themselves losing their way like you have. I'll share some advice, I always do in this situation. It's okay to have lost your purpose, or to have never had one in the first place. Figuring out what you want to do in life is something only you can decide. Nobody can force one onto you, no matter how much influence they have. Because to make a purpose work, you have to truly believe in it yourself. Well, indeed. Tropius, well, he has a way of making everything seem calm and rational. I noticed it too when he spoke to Keybone. It feels comforting. Maybe I can start to talk about what's happened to me. If only in vague, general terms. I suppose I can start to share a little bit about how I found myself here. But the scars are too painful to recount it properly. You asked before if I was part of an exploration team, didn't you? The truth is, I was never good enough to be on an exploration team. And the scarf I'm wearing is a reminder of a dream I was never able to achieve. To be honest, I don't know why I still have it on. Before I fell unconscious, I was going to trash it, but after you found me with it on, well, I guess it would have been weird to remove it so soon. Well, you were good enough to guide me through the dungeon, weren't you? I'd say you shouldn't give up on the dream just yet. Well, it's not that, it's just, when other Pokemon were relying on me the most, I let them down. What good is being part of an exploration team if you can't even protect your teammates? It may be hard to do this, but if I were you, I'd keep that scarf on for now. When you're lost like this, it's hard to hold on to the past, but sometimes the past can help you understand what your future purpose can be. Is that really true? Well, I want to remove this scarf. I want to forget it. But to be honest, I can't bring myself to do it. The scarf is part of me. I've had it for almost as long as I had my current memories. To get rid of it just doesn't sit right with me. Maybe Tropius is right. Maybe I should hang on to it for now. It could be the key that helps me find my new purpose. Well, right, time to set off. I wonder where the wind will take us today. I hope you don't mean that literally. You know I can't fly, right? Of course I do. Hang on, we're missing Rotom. Oh, you don't need to worry about them. Technically speaking, Rotom is an item. So they find it easier to travel in my treasure bag. I suppose that makes sense. Let's go then. Right, somebody help! The Pokemon sounds like they're in trouble. Quick, let's see if we can help. Okay. Well, let's go, okay. That's a team, definitely. So you're gonna refuse our generosity, eh? It's not every day we recruit new members. Yeah, you don't wanna know what happens to Pokemon who refuse our generosity. Okay. But I don't wanna join. I don't wanna be a bad Pokemon. But what is going on here? Hey, excuse me? What do you want? Can't you see we're having a private business discussion here? But it's not exactly private though, is it? Oh, are you some kind of wise guy? We don't like dealing with wise guys. Well, that Pichu isn't enjoying, whatever it is you're doing. Perhaps you should consider leaving them alone. What? As if we were to answer NPCs like you, alright? Yeah, you're not important, so scrap. NPCs? Yeah, NPCs, non-playable characters. We can tell you're not important because we are not hearing boss battle music right now. Okay, sure, I guess. Everyone knows that Rising Fear plays before a boss fight, and we're hearing Growing Anxiety right now. Which are the actual track names of the OST. But yeah, what do they mean they're hearing music? It seems silent to me. Well, I don't know what kind of deluded fantasy world you live in, but if you're not going to leave that Pichu alone, then you're going to have to deal with us. Oh, is that a challenge, monkey boy? You don't know who you're dealing with. A duo he formed an unbreakable bond out of their shared trauma. The only path we had to heal was to turn to becoming outlaws. We are the Bad Bunch, alright. My family were the richest in the land, but one night my parents were killed by a pack of angry Mariana when I was just 7 years old. Scarred for life by the trauma, the only way I could find solace was to become a mercenary for hire. Rayoli was the only Pokemon to ever give me any sympathy. And I was the rightful heir to my village's exploration society, but after being passed for the role of leader, I angrily set fire to the whole village and now live a life on the run. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Only Shinx understands my struggle. We didn't choose this life chose us. But it's clear this is all part of our hero's journey arc. We will get our redemption. The world will need saving one day, and we'll be the ones to do it. Yeah, it's too much of a... Thank you for going, Pichu. It's too much of a coincidence that we both have such terrible traumas. The only explanation is that we... Hey, where do you think you're going? Pain. I want to stay with those two instead. They seem, nicer than you are. Thieves! Liars! Manipulators! Odious cretins, I guess? I don't know. Anyways. Man, how dare you gaslight our new recruit into defecting? We haven't said anything for the past 3 minutes. Yeah, this Pichu really doesn't seem to like you. How dare you insult our good and honest names like this? That's it, cue the boss music and wipe transition. It's time to... Riolu, you might want to take 5. Huh? Why? Usually boss encounters happen at the end of the dungeon and not the beginning. Not only that, that Chimchar is wearing a scarf. What if he's on an exploration team? He could decide to arrest us. You caught us off guard, Fire Monkey, but know this. The next time we meet, expect us to be fully prepared for battle. Let's go, Shinx. Time to walk a lonely road once again. Sure, 2 lost souls searching for belonging in this cold and harsh world. Don't come crying to us when the world needs saving. Alright. You made a big mistake, Pichu. A mistake you'll regret for the rest of your life. Yeah, I guess we take that. What weirdos. Well, you could say that again. A Pichu? Wait, could this mean... Is this Pichu me? Oh boy, I can't believe I have an epic backstory that I was too young to remember. I can't believe I got to meet Mitchell. Why didn't you ever tell me, Mom? Well, that's because this Pichu isn't you. Weren't you paying attention to what I was reading? The Pichu's a boy. Aww. Man, I really thought I had some cool origin story. Okay. Thanks for saving me, you guys. If you hadn't come along, I probably would have accepted their offer. I don't mention it. But what's a little Pichu like you doing all alone in this forest? Well, I'm supposed to be on a school field trip, but I got separated from the others. Aww, why don't you tell us what happened? On the school where I go to, every year the 4th graders go on a big field trip to Luminous Spring to learn about evolution. And some of us even get the chance to evolve if we meet the requirements. But to get there, we have to go through a mystery dungeon. And I don't like mystery dungeons, they're full of scary monsters. But Mr. Kazam said he uses his psychic powers to alter it so us kids can pass through them no problem. Except that still didn't stop me getting startled and running away. Before I knew it, I got lost and ran into those outlaws. They were so scary, I thought they were going to kidnap me. Well, technically they were kind of about to do that, yeah. Anyways, I suppose now Alakazam and your classmates will be looking for you. Yeah, I guess. But I don't want to go back in there. I'm just too timid, I already know that. There's no way I'll ever be able to make it through a mystery dungeon. You could just lead me home and I can fake being sick or something. We could do that. But I don't think you'll learn anything if you do. Do you think Alakazam would be happy if you bailed on a field trip like this? Well, not really. Well, I think there's only one thing we could do then. We'll help you make it to Luminous Spring. Right, Ginger? Oh, I am, out of all Pokemon that I had to encounter, it had to be the pre-evolved form of Pikachu. I really don't want to do this. This Pichu reminds me too much of him. The companion I abandoned. I'd rather just walk away from this situation and leave this Pichu be, but... well, Tropius wouldn't like me suggesting that. When I tried to walk away from Rotom, he said, if there's a Pokemon in trouble, it's our duty to help them. Well, I guess I could go my separate ways from Tropius. I don't think I want to be alone right now. Well, I suppose I just have to go along with this right now. Sure, Luminous Spring is such a mystical place. It would be a shame if you miss out on that experience. But I really don't think... I'm sure Alakazam would be really thankful we reunited you with your class and helped you overcome your fears. You have nothing to worry about. There's just one issue. You say you don't like mystery dungeons, which means you're likely at a low level. You said Alakazam altered the dungeon so you could all pass through safely. What does he mean by that? Mr. Alakazam told us he used his psychic powers to alter something called Mysteriosity. He's changed it. Hold it, Pipsqueak, that's my job. Who's that? Oh, this is just a Rotom. He's supposed to stay in my treasure bag like a good little key item. Were you or were you not about to receive dungeon information from this kid? You should be aware that use of my dungeon information application means you are legally bound by a non-compete clause. I'm confused. We'll let those two handle it. They have an interesting relationship. Fine. Just what is so special about this dungeon? Well, I thought you'd never ask. Accessing database, Mystifying Forest is 13 floors high with no rest stop. It had Mysteriosity applied by an outside influence. That means when you enter, your level gets reset to 1 and you can't gain EXP. It's a level reset dungeon, alright. This level reset applies to enemies as well. So we're all level 1 then? Makes it an even playing field then. But still, taking kids with little experience into a mystery dungeon where levels are equal still seems dangerous. Mr. Alakazam gave us a bunch of joy seeds to eat inside the dungeon, so we'd be 5 levels above any Pokemon in there. But now I'm outside the dungeon, which means my level will reset to 1 if I go back in. Aww. Well, that may be, but you're still with seasoned explorers. We'll look out for you, and that's a promise. Okay. Due to technical limitations, any equipped items have been unequipped. If you wish to equip items to your team, you'll need to re-equip them from intro topic, alright. I assume they set up the team again, right? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. No, I don't want your dungeon information again. I already read through it. Wait, it did say something else. One moment. Yeah, we had that. We had that. We had that. No monster houses. Common items are Geopebbles, Sticks, and Orberries. The pebbles are actually gonna be useful for once. And no traps. Very small chance you'll find a banana. Okay. That was what I was reading. A level 1 reset dungeon. This is going to be an interesting experience. I assume so. I'm sorry to be dragging you into this. I just can't help my own cowardness. Oh, don't worry about it. Who knows, you might learn something you weren't expecting by tagging along with us. Sure, we're gonna get rid of a bunch of bananas though. We really don't need that many. Ginseng, I still have to apply the ginseng. For now I'm gonna store it though. Nimble Charm, right. Yeah, right, it's just in the treasure bag. Actually, do we have... I mean, in theory, we do have 25 rocks, but I guess we're gonna be fine without it if we're just gonna find them in there anyways. But I do have to actually check moves real quick. Gust and Leer. Okay, we do have an electric type move on Pichu, that's good. I assume they all have around 20 HP. I would really appreciate hitting the enemy though. Because I am slowly actually dying. Surprise, surprise. If two of them can hit me at the same time. You know, maybe I should switch places with Tropios. That seems like a good idea. I'm pretty sure that eating gummies in this state is kind of useless actually, but well, who knows? I'm gonna give rocks to Pichu though, so Pichu can throw stuff. At least in theory, I don't actually know if the AI will throw stuff on their own, but probably good to have. It does. Alright, I at least can see where the stairs are. I do see two Bayleaf creeping up, and Poison Powder is actually kind of dangerous. Considering the situation I'm in. Okay, you're at least low. That's a Warp Seed, alright, let's see. Do I have enough HP to make it back? Actually, do I have a Heal Seed? I do. I should just eat that and that should be good. Also, I should probably end up giving Tropios Deep Stones. Geopebble. Give to Tropios. He should, in theory, at least now be able to actually throw stones. And he does! Nice. Well, Pichu's Thunder Shock should actually be rather effective. 3 damage, never mind, I have not said a thing. That is actually less damage than my base attack. I think I've run out of stones again. I do, however, have Iron Thorns, which don't deal as much damage as I would have hoped. But alright, floor 6, and now at least, thankfully also floor 7, we get a stair spawn. And we are out of scratch. I'm just gonna move up here and run into a dead end, because of course I do. Yeah, I mean, I do have a Blast Seed, which gets rid of at least one of them easily. Also, I mean, it's some damage. I should really just down a max elixir, to be honest. Alright. Two damage from Thundershock. Ay ay ay. Okay, there these stairs are. Of course, these things are not connected, because why would they be? Will however grab the Oran, and then floor 8? I'm pretty sure it's at 13 floors, with no in between. But yeah, I guess we are through. I know I'm safe with you two, but those hostile Pokemon are still giving me the creeps. How much further is it to Luminous Spring? I feel like we have been walking for ages. Never mind, alright. We're only about halfway there. Only halfway? On second thought, I think it's better if we just escape out of here. Now, we promised we'd lead you back to your class, and you just said you feel safe with us. You're right. Why don't we take a break then? We won't get attacked by more Pokemon if we stay here. Nah, they don't seem to attack in between floors. It's a quirk of how Mystery Dungeons work. How about something else to take your mind off things? Tell us about your other classmates. What are they like? Well, to be honest, I don't really know. Oh, did you move schools recently? No, he just has no English. He just does not have any friends, I assume. The truth is, I don't have any friends. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you poor thing. It's not that I don't get along with the others. I just find it hard to make friends with anyone. I'm always so scared and nervous when other kids ask me to play with them. So I just decide to keep to myself during recess and lunch. And eventually, the other kids just stopped asking. I guess they all decided that I was some sort of weirdo. Man, poor Pichu. I'll have to do something to help him. I need to know more about what made him so timid. Maybe helping this Pichu out can be a small bit of atonement to make up for what I did. If it's not too personal to ask, have you always been this timid? Or did something happen to make you timid? Why do you want to know? It's not like you can change anything. I've met many Pokemon like you, Pichu. Sometimes in these situations, talking things out with someone who's willing to listen can help. You don't have to share if you don't want to, but you might feel better if you do. I trust you guys with this. Promise you won't tell anyone, okay? Promise. Well, I wasn't always this timid. I used to be a much more eager Pokemon. I had dreams of being a great explorer one day, and made two friends who shared that dream with me. We all wanted to be explorers when we grew up. But we didn't want to wait that long to go on our first exploration, so we spent our playtime searching for any clues on where treasures could be found. One day, my friends told me they discovered something in a nearby forest. Did they both die? Probably. Or not. So, where's the treasure? I could have sworn it was here. That's what our source told us. We came all this way only to find nothing. I guess we'll have to find something else to take. Those apples look pretty special. We could take those. We could take those, but I got a better idea. Oh my god, never mind, they did not die. They literally fucking backstabbed us, what the hell? Stun Spore, alright. What is going on? Can't you figure it out? We lured you here to get away from your parents. Huh? What are you going to do to me? Your parents seem to be pretty generous with your weekly allowance. Bro, they're gonna rob a kid. Holy fuck, why? You must have quite the stash of poke. Hand it over. No, that's my... weren't you my friend? Well, friend was a loose term. You look like such a naive, innocent type. The perfect victim. Come on, Oddish, let's muck him. Well, after they robbed me, they left me there in the forest. There were so many scary Pokemon that I wanted to attack me. I was lucky an exploration team rescued me not long after, but ever since then, I've been afraid of going back in the mystery dungeon. and I've been too scared to try and make friends out of fear of being used again. So now, I just keep to myself. It's easier that way. Well, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Some Pokemon can be so cruel. Well, how do you feel after talking about it? It's okay to answer that you don't feel so great. But no matter how you feel, you should know that you're a very brave and strong Pokemon to decide to talk about this. I feel odd. I thought I would be sadder than this, but I kind of feel better now. Well, I think it's because you found two Pokemon who took the time to listen and try to understand you. You think so? Yeah, even though we've known each other for a short time, I think we can call each other friends. What do you say? You really mean that? Of course, we'd love to be your friend. And we can stay your friend after we I can't breathe. We reunite you with your classmates too. I'm glad to finally your friends. Well, I guess that makes sense. Alright, so I guess we then continue onwards. Hold it right there. Oh. We've had it up here with our levels being reduced to 1. I'm so angry I'm ready to take it out on any exploration team who crosses us. I don't care if you had anything to do with it or not. Get out of our forest and find someone to change us back. Yeah, that is trouble. I'll say. What is going on? Well, it's a common feature of mystery dungeons. Sometimes you get Pokemon who act very irrationally. Well, there's only one thing we can do then. We have to defeat them and keep moving forward. I'll help too. Are you sure? This is a pretty dangerous situation. Well, being with you two made me realize that I still want to be an explorer one day. And to do that, I need to start learning how to be brave. That's the spirit. We have to be careful though. Remember, they're at level 1 like us. Everyone... Yeah, let's go. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. We don't deal a lot of damage. They do have the number advantage, obviously. Yeah, that is bad, and I hit the wrong button. Yeah. Oh, I could do that. Also, I did remember to use it for a boss fight. For once. And yeah. Considering I have 96 belly, I do have a 96% chance of critting. Which I'd say is rather good. At least as long as I do actually end up hitting anything. Alright, I just have to remember now to actually take the banana peel off next time I go inside a dungeon. I'm still angry. But this body of mine ain't made for fighting at level 1. I'm calling it a day. Come on, let's go. Oh, you still want to battle, do you? Oh, no. I wasn't meant to be with them, I swear. I was just trying to bring back some moo moo milk for a pirate alligator, but got caught up in this mess. And if I don't get back soon, he's gonna turn me into a punished Flygon. Whatever this timeline is, it sure has some hooky characters. Wasn't that Mystery Mail 1's plot? God, it's been years since then. Anyways, we did it, yay! How are you after that fight? You're not too hurt, are you? Well, I'm fine. That was exhilarating, what a rush! Is this what being an explorer is like? Well, sort of. Fights like this aren't all that common, but you certainly need to be prepared for them. So cool. You two were awesome. Why, thank you, and you were just as awesome. You really think so? Yeah, we couldn't have done it without you. Really? Yeah, I really did help out, didn't I? I was brave. The bravest I've ever been. I can still be an explorer one day. I'm not giving up on my dream anymore. Well, that's the spirit, he said twice in a row. On a very short amount of time. Anyways, now normally when explorers have a battle like this, it's at the end of a dungeon. However, we're only past halfway. We still need to be on our guard for a little while longer. Come on, Pichu, let's get you to Luminous Springs and show your classmates just how much you've grown. Right. Alright, we get thrown back in directly, and we're gonna give that, and that should be good. So it should not be starving inside this dungeon. Alright. It does have Absorb, but, you know, considering it does only deal 1 damage and only heals 1, it's not really that strong for Torterra. We do get an unusable Toto Orb. And anyways, floor 11, 2 more if I'm not completely mistaken. Let's see. Where do we have these stairs? Bide. You know what? Yeah, just... I think that's good. I do have to say, the difference in base stats for normal Pokemon compared to starter Pokemon really shows in here. Considering how much damage I deal compared to my companions. Although Turtwig should also be affected by that if I'm not completely mistaken. At least I think Turtwig is a starter in this game. Considering that Chimchar and Pinplup are. Can't say I ever played as a Turtwig though. So yeah. But nah, it should definitely be a starter. Same with Torterra stats actually, but I assume they have been adjusted for this. Okay, you just... It did not even pop the scare thingy. Which, I mean, I guess it's fine. But weird. Never seen that not pop up. Well, anyways, last floor. And of course it's one of the weird layouts. At least we do find the stairs rather quickly. And we are through. Alright, Mystifying Forest clearing. Ah, that whole patch thing is there. Well, we're almost there. Really, we're almost out of the forest. Do you know how brave and strong you were to get through this? You should be proud of yourself. This is the first time I've done anything like this. It was so much fun. Well, I'm glad to hear it. It's great to see just how much Pichu has grown just by guiding him through the forest. He's like a whole different Pokemon now. But I guess all he needed was some trustworthy companions to confide in. And that fight we had earlier in the dungeon would have helped too. And Chimchar too, he looks a lot happier than when I first met him. Maybe guiding this Pichu through the forest is helping him to find his purpose again. Well, if he ever does decide to join an exploration team one day, he would make a great leader. Well, we better not wait any longer for you to be reunited with your class. Luminous Spring is just up ahead. Come on, are we gonna fall into the hole? Of course. Yeah, of course. That's gonna happen. Seriously? Again? Is this part of the forest permanently booby-trapped or something? I guess this means I'll have to fight whoever made this hole. Well, if I've fallen in this hole, then that means I must have traveled to the past, and Wigglytuff's guild are holding a graduation exam. Being here might cause a time paradox. So you've fallen into our trap? Prepare yourself for a world of pain of which you will never escape from. I can't find out I exist. I can't mess up the timelines for real. Ah, too scared to say anything. I thought you were tougher than this, Fire Monkey. Wait, Fire Monkey? Don't tell me it's... I can speak alright, and I know who you are too. Come on out, Bad Bunch. Okay, so I do actually have to fight those two. So you figured us out, huh? You're smarter than you look. But that won't be a problem, because we're more than a match for you. Yeah, we've consumed a lot of stat boosters. So we're way stronger than you even thought, Than you even though we're all at level 1. You should just give up now, it would save us a boss battle fixed room slot to use elsewhere in our adventure. So you think we're all even, man, you think we are all even, do you? Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. You do realize that this pit isn't part of Mystifying Forest. Yeah, so what? Well, it means our level are back to normal. So, we're still stronger than you. Yeah, we consume stat boosters. Besides, if you're a Chimchar, you can't be stronger than a level 14. Otherwise, you'd be a Monferno by now. I mean, who would willingly choose to be a Chimchar if they didn't have to? Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. Yeah, they seriously smiling, they sliming, holy shit. But yeah, I assume they're not not on the highest level. No, they're not. That, yeah. Okay. How are you so strong? What level are you anyway? Last I checked, I was at least level 45. And high, huh? Well, I guess we never stood a chance, did we? We're sorry for causing you so much trouble. And we're doubly sorry for trying to recruit you, Pichu. Well, apologies don't make things right, but at least you know what you did was wrong. The truth is, the whole thing about us being bad guys with dark and edgy backstories was a lie. Yeah, of course it was. We made all that up. So, you're not dangerous outlaws? No, we're not anything really. When we left our village, everyone was telling us how easy it'd be for us because we are a Riolu and a Shades. Pokemon would be bending over backwards to assist us. But it turns out, being an exploration team is a lot of hard work. And we weren't ever good enough to succeed at it. We ended up being all alone. No one was able to help us. So we decided that we'd spread rumors about us being a super bad outlaw team. And start to do the bad stuff ourselves, so that other outlaws would recruit us. We'd finally be among Pokemon who would understand us. I see. You're not outlaws out of any desire to hurt Pokemon, you just want a sense of belonging. But now, after being defeated like this, I don't think we're any good at being outlaws either. We're just not strong enough to do anything. So go on, rest us. Being in jail is all we're good for now. Well, we're not going to arrest you. You aren't? That's right. I can tell you're just lost right now. Without a purpose. Purpose. There's the word again. You're not strong enough yet. What are you saying? Well, you're right when you say you're not strong enough to achieve your goals. But everyone who is strong enough now weren't when they started out. Even those that were the brightest of exploration prodigies, success isn't guaranteed, but neither is failure. Failure is just another opportunity to start again. And even if you decide not to continue, you'll still learn valuable skills to help you with your next goal. Well, failure is just another opportunity to start again. What a rosy outlook in life. But anyways, I never thought about it that way before. I get it, we shouldn't have given up on our dreams so quickly just because we failed the first time. We have to keep going, Riolu. We have to keep trying to become explorers. You're right, Chicks. We shouldn't have given up so easily. Thanks, you sure helped us a lot. We'll make sure to work hard to be the best explorers we can be. That's great to hear. Although, we are still wanted outlaws. If we're going to be explorers one day, we need to turn ourselves in and pay for our crimes first. Yeah, I hope the Magnemite Force isn't too hard on us. I think if you show remorse and forgiveness for whatever they charge you with, they'll go lenient on you. Well, I hope so. We better get moving then. The sooner we turn ourselves in, the sooner we can start fresh. Right. Perhaps we'll meet again someday. And if I'm Lucario by then you better watch out, Fire Monkey. Well, I'm looking forward to our rematch. Okay, time to finally take you to Luminous Spring. Alright. Yes, I would like to save my adventure. Alright. Pichu is going to be alright, isn't he? Yeah, I'm sure he's alright. Well, I have to make sure these kids stay upbeat. But the truth is, with how Pichu's been so reserved lately, he wouldn't last long on his own. I do hope an exploration team finds him soon. Ah, good news, children, our lost Pichu has been found. Really? Really and truly? Oh, this is excellent. Why? I've been telling you this, Togepi, I've been telling you the entire trip. Quit it with the egg putts. Yay, our Pichu's back. I'm so sorry for running away like that. Well, apology accepted. We've all been waiting for you to come back to us. We were so worried for you, you know? You were? This whole time I thought that you didn't like me. That I was a weirdo. I never thought that you would have cared that I was missing at all. Well, that's not true. You're not a weirdo at all. If you hadn't come back before nightfall, I would have wished upon a shooting star for you to return to us. Oh, you really mean it? Of course we do. We only didn't play with you because you always said no. But we all want you to join in with us. It's more fun when everyone is together. I see. I get it now. I promise, from this point on, I won't be so timid anymore. If you will allow it, I want you all to be my friend. Right. Well, isn't this a surprise? It warms my heart to see you accept the offer of friendship from your fellow students. And you must be the exploration team that saved our little Pichu. I must know what happened to cause such a positive turn in his personality. Well, we're not exactly an exploration team, we just happened to spot your lost Pichu. We saved him from being kidnapped by some Pokemon that were up to no good. And in leading him back here, we helped him overcome his fears of mystery dungeons. And I guess those events helped Pichu be a little more trusting of other Pokemon again. Ah yes, often it is our life experiences that shape who we are. Poor Pichu only knew of an experience of deception and betrayal, but thanks to you, that has now been balanced out with perseverance and triumph. I must apologize for troubling you like this. I would have gone to find Pichu myself, but I couldn't just leave these kids here all alone. It's all good, Pichu was in safe hands with us. If it's not too much trouble, would you be able to stay a little while? It has become clear to me that I cannot conduct this field trip by myself. Well, thanks for the offer. Since Tropios can't evolve, I've never had a reason to come here. I've never seen evolution in the flesh before. Well, then perhaps you'll be learning the same lesson as my students. Alright. Okay, class, now that we are finally all here, it is time for our lesson. This is Luminous Spring, one of the only places on the continent where evolution is possible. Now, can anyone remember what evolution is from our last session? Oh, I know, Mr. Alakazam. Yes, clever. Evolution is where Pokemon change their appearance and power level after meeting certain conditions. Very good. Now, what is the most common condition that allows a Pokemon to evolve? Badoo! By battling in dungeons and raising your level. Correct. Does anyone know of any other methods of a Pokemon can evolve? Perhaps Eevee can tell us. Oh, I know all about evolution methods. As Eevee are pretty special, we can evolve into one of 7 different Pokemons. Most evolutions occur if we come here holding an elemental stone. You know, like a Fire Stone or a Water Stone, but we can also evolve without one. If we do that, what we turn into depends on whether it's day or night. Your parents are Espion and Umbreon, right? Do you want to become one of those Pokemon? Yep, I decided I want to be an Espion, but I'm not sure if I can yet. My parents told me that evolving during the day isn't enough. There's something else I need to obtain first. And your parents are right. For you to evolve into Espion, you'll need to obtain something special and precious. In fact, you'll all need to obtain this before gaining the ability to evolve. Are we going on a scavenger hunt to find our evolution items? Is that why you brought us here, Mr. Alakazam? Not at all, because you all have obtained it already. We have? Indeed you have. The special and precious thing that you all have is friendship. Yeah, I mean, it is required for Eevee's evolution at least, for the others not so much. Anyways, really, they can just evolve using the power of friendship. Well, I wish it was that easy for all of us. Are you sure? All I need to evolve is to have friendship? Well, it's not simply the case of having friendship. One must truly form a bond with one or more Pokémon for evolution to take place. And I must say, after the events of today, I'd say you've done just that. You've only known them a short time, but you seem to have formed a close bond with Chimchar and Tropius already. And since your return, you've started to form a strong bond with your fellow students as well. If I were to judge, I'd say your friendship levels have quickly risen above what you need to evolve. So, if given the chance, would you want to evolve into a Pikachu? Yeah, alright, yes. Yes, I want to grow up into a Pikachu. I would like that more than anything else. When I was with Chimchar and Tropius, I realized I still wanted to become an explorer one day, and to do that I need to get stronger. The only way to get stronger is to evolve into a Pikachu. My, what a spark! I've been waiting for the day I would see a sparkle in your eye. What about the others? Have you decided if you want to evolve? Yeah, Roselias are such pretty Pokemon. What? I want to be just as pretty. I think it's an excellent, extraordinary opportunity. Spiegelei. Yes. Togepi, please, I can't take it anymore. Being a Lopunny is my dream. I want to be just like the leader of my role models, Team Charm. Horrible role models, by the way. What about you, Chimchar? I can sense your level is high enough to be an Infernape. You're more than welcome to join the students in evolving. No thanks, I'm happy being a Chimchar. Well, back when I was here last time, I didn't know if I wanted to evolve or not, but of course, that decision was taken out of my hands. Out of all the lies I was fed about my existence causing a distortion in the fabric of space, one fact is true. There's still some mysterious force that's preventing me from evolving. Right then, in front of you is a beam of light. Stand around it and the evolution process will begin. So this is what evolution looks like. Amazing. For those that seek awakening, this is Luminous Spring. Do you seek to evolve? Yes. So be it. Seeker of awakening, let us begin. So cool. I can't believe we're all going to evolve. I know, I'm so excited I can't contain myself. And to think it's all because we all look out for each other as friends? Yeah. Here's to our friendship. Alright. Well, after the students' evolutions, everyone made their way out of the forest and back to their homes. With Mitchell, Tropius and Alakazam accompanying the newly evolved Pikachu back to his worried parents. Well, alright, we're so glad to see you back safe and sound. As soon as the police told us you were missing, we were ready to sprint to Mystifying Forest to look for you. But then we heard you were rescued by those two Pokemon next to Mr. Alakazam. Yep, Chimchar and Tropius saved me from some goons. And they also helped me overcome my fear of mystery dungeons. Well, that's great to hear. Our little Sparky isn't so little anymore, is he? Huh. Sparky. You've given him a nickname. That we did. It's so hard to tell Pokemon apart if there's more than two of them. So we thought we'd make it easier by naming our son something unique. I see. I can understand why you might be shocked, Chimchar. Naming a child something other than its species is an uncommon practice. Indeed, it doesn't occur to many Pokemon that we can even choose a unique name for their offspring. Well, since I was never friends with any of the other Pokemon, they don't know my nickname right now. Only Mr. Alakazam knows, and that's because my parents told him even though I didn't want them to. I see. It's just a coincidence, yeah. I mean, sure, nicknaming Pokemon might be uncommon, but Sparky is a very generic nickname to call an electric type. It's not impossible there's more than one Sparky in the world, right? This could be the Sparky I know. Nope, it's a different Sparky. Totally. 100%. Yeah, no. Mr. Alakazam, are you going to be disciplining Sparky for running off? Not in the slightest. I was careless to bring him to such a place without proper supervision. And besides, he learned some important life skills along the way. Well, I sure did. And it's all thanks to Chimchar and Tropios. Who knows how everything would have turned out if you weren't around. Oh, and I almost forgot. We wanted to give you something as a token of thanks for rescuing me. Yeah, enjoy. Dinner's on us tonight. Hey, we get apples. Nice. We should get home. It's been a long day. Time to go, Sparky. Okay. Bye, Tropios, and bye, Chimchar. Thanks again for saving me. It's because of you too that I want to be an explorer again. When we get home, can we make scarves like the one Chimchar's wearing? It looks so cool. I want my own. Okay, sure. We'll head over to the Kirkland Market tomorrow to see if they have any craft supplies. Yay! See ya, be sure to visit us sometime. Alright. I'm so glad to see the little guy so happy. Indeed. It seems that all he needed was to be introduced to some positive influences again. Alright. Are you alright, Chimchar? You suddenly look unwell. Is something wrong? Why am I having a Dimensional Scream episode? I thought I could control that ability now. Well, apparently not. Okay, Sparky, just take 3 deep breaths. You could do this. This is what you wanted to do your whole life. But I don't know... Am I really good enough for this? No, I refuse to be paralyzed by this any longer. This is it. I'm going to walk through that door and prove to myself that I can be brave. Pokemon detected. Whose footprint? It's Pikachu's. The usual. Oh man, that was scary. And exhale. I just can't do it. No matter how hard I try, it always ends up the same. I told myself that this would be the day, but... Alright, yeah, it's, well... I even had my personal treasure with me to give me the inspiration. But I just can't do it. I'm such a coward. At this rate, I'll never get to achieve my dream. Well, so I guess it definitely is the same Sparky. Who would have guessed? Anyways, that was the moment Sparky failed to get into the guild. Moments before he met me. Yeah. I can't deny it any longer. I've ended up in the past. And not the ancient past, but the past where Sparky is still a child. Well, I was traveling with Sparky all this time. I didn't cause a time paradox, did I? No, that can't be right. Sparky still wants to be an explorer. I didn't prevent him from becoming one. But something bothers me about this. Why has Sparky never told me about this memory before? You wouldn't think partnering with a Chimchar in the future would remind him of what happened in the past. No. If I'm the reason Sparky wanted to be an explorer, that means that later in his life he will meet me. And I will become his best friend. And then, when Darkrai, by stepping through that hole, by inspiring him to join an exploration team... Man, I just caused Sparky's fate to be sealed. Cursed to live in the dark future ruled by Darkrai. Alone. Man is having a mental breakdown. Yep. Sparky, I'm sorry, alright. I shouldn't have abandoned you. What in the world? Chimchar, what's going on? Well, there are a lot of long pauses in this. I can sense it, the psychic energy that emanates from him. You can sense his psychic energy? Indeed, I'm a being of immense psychic abilities, and that includes reading the psychic energy of other Pokemon. This Chimchar's psychic energy, it is not just of a Pokemon who has suffered traumatic grief. I can also sense that he is not of our time. Well, Chimchar's not of our time? What do you mean by that? From what I can sense, this Chimchar seems to have experienced time travel. Well, if you hadn't told me that you could read psychic energies, I would think you were crazy for saying that. But if Chimchar did time travel, how could he do that? I don't know of any Pokemon that has that ability. Yeah, it's all my fault. If I had known it was you, I could have steered you in a different direction. But now I've doomed you. Doomed you to a life of darkness and misery. I mean, let's be honest, it's not like his life would have been different if he wasn't an explorer, right? Anyways. I forgot you two were here with me. Well, I guess you heard everything. We did. Although I don't really understand everything you were talking about. I've held a lot back from you, Tropios. Because I wanted to abandon my past and start again. But after what just happened, I can't deny that any longer. It's time I tell you who I really am. Perhaps we should find you a place to stay first. It's getting late and I wouldn't want you to spend another night out in the open air. I have a place we can use. Follow me. Right, Alakazam led Mitchell to a cave. Okay. It was a place Alakazam used to house guests. And the text is gone. It was here that Mitchell rested for the night. The next day, Mitchell shared his story to Tropios and Alakazam. He revealed that he was originally a human who had traveled from a future of ruin. Describing the accident that had turned him into a Pokemon. And how Sparky found him on the beach outside Treasure Town. How the two of them formed Team Firespark and joined Wigglytuff's guild. He told the story of how they prevented the collapse of Temporal Tower. And Darkrai's successful plot to bring the world into darkness. Incredible. All that is going to happen years from now? How do I know you're not just making this up? Well, his words are true, Tropios. I can sense it. Oh, right. I forgot you had that, ability. Well, I don't blame you for doubting me. My life story so far has been pretty crazy, even if I have no memory of half of it. Mitchell, you have suffered immeasurable pain and scars that may never heal. You have lost everything you worked hard for. No amount of sympathy will make up for that. Thank you, Alakazam. I don't know if I'll ever get over what happened to me, but I'm trying. I still can't get over the fact that you encountered your partner's past self. That's some uncanny coincidence. Yeah, out of all the places Darkrai could have sent me to, it just so happened to be here. Well, I guess they thought it was far enough back in times for it to be impossible to find a way back. Or maybe you sent me here so I could live long enough to see the world fall into a ruin again as a sick joke. Knowing that if I attempted to change anything I would cause a time paradox for real. So, have you given much thought about your next course of action? Once again, you have found yourself in a strange world with nowhere to stay. Well, after what happened yesterday, it's all I thought about. Just what do I do now? Tropios, you spoke a lot about purpose. Finding purpose, losing purpose, times when you feel directionless and have no purpose at all. Since we met, I've been asking myself this question, just what will my new purpose be? I think, after helping Sparky's past self, well, my purpose has been decided for me. And that is to find a way to get home and redeem myself. I want to change history for Sparky's sake. I want Sparky to live a full and happy life. Oh, you really think you can do that? Honestly, I have no idea. But I'm not going to sit here any longer and dwell on the past. I have to move forward. I can never give up hope. Never again. It's what I always told Sparky. It's time I started living by my own creed. Ah, yes, the determination, the perseverance, the vigor. It is pulsating through your entire body. Allow me to assist you in any way I can. Well, that goes double for me. I got you back if you ever need to go through a dungeon. Thank you, all of you. I already have something in mind for you to help me out with, because I can't quite figure this out myself. What do you mean? There's something I don't get. I met Sparky's past self, but Sparky never mentioned anything to me about his adventure back in my time period. I would have thought that the event that inspired him to become an explorer would be something he would share with me. Ah, you're wondering if you've caused a time paradox. I am, but I don't think I have. If I had truly changed Sparky's history, he would have disappeared by now. As I would have come from a future that no longer exists. But I'm still here, which means Sparky must have always had this happen to him. So why would Sparky be oblivious to this event in the future? Alakazam, what exactly is the extent of your psychic abilities? Well, my brain has an IQ higher than any Pokemon on this land. It allows me to access highly tuned psychic powers. What do you ask? Is it possible for you to alter someone's memory? You're not saying you want Sparky to forget his adventure yesterday? Well, yeah. You understand what I'm getting at, right, Alakazam? I do. You're saying that because your actions yesterday didn't create a time paradox, combined with the absence of Sparky's recounting the story to you in the future, means that he likely doesn't remember this event at all. And you want me to make sure he doesn't remember. Have I got that right? That is right. I can't risk the chance of making things right. I have to make sure everything stays the same to avoid causing a paradox. Sparky will still have his passion for exploration, but he will have to believe... What? You have to believe it's for a different reason, yeah. I'm sorry, Sparky. When all of this is over, I'll tell you the truth. I don't think you'll quite believe it was me who inspired you to do all this. Well... What a plot twist! I never saw that coming! Well, I kind of did, anyways. Well, I hope I haven't excited you too much, dear. It's almost time for bed. Oh, really? Can't we just read a bit more? Unfortunately not, my dear. We've got a big day tomorrow. We are visiting Uncle B-Barrel, remember? Oh yeah, he's always so goofy. Well then, good night, my little sweetie. Good night, Mom. Alright. The next night. So, how is Mitchell going to get back to his own time? Well, I don't know. That's not what the next chapter is about. Huh? It isn't. But the last chapter had so many questions to answer. Well, you'll get those answers, I promise. But for now, we're going to focus on someone else. A Pokemon that was once Mitchell's closest companion. Isn't that Sparky? Or do you mean Sprout? Yes, I am talking about Sprout, dear. Okay. Grovyle. The Grovyle who traveled with Mitchell from the future to prevent the planet's paralysis. Before his fateful accident, traveling through time. Despite Mitchell developing amnesia, and Sprout being labeled as the wickedest Pokemon ever to exist for daring to steal the Time Gears. They were able to find a way to reunite, clear Sprout's name, collect the Time Gears, and, together with Sparky, make their way to Dialga's temporal tower to prevent its collapse. And of course for Sprout, that story had a bittersweet ending. Looks like the thing leading into special episode 5. Anyways, you'll never change history. Alright, yeah, Dark Clouds. Right, yeah. So you shielded Mitchell, Sprout. That's taking a heavy toll on you. Very well, you're going down first. It isn't easy in this scene. What are you doing? Dusknoir, I'm taking you with me. We're going back to the future. What, Sprout? No! Mitchell, it's up to you now. Those are time years, yeah. The Rainbow Stone ship is set to go. But what is happening? Sparky, this is it for me. I'm taking Dusknoir back to the future. What? I can never come back here again. Watch Mitchell's back, promise me. But take your place, Sprout? I can't. You must. You will. Because you can, Sparky. You two are the greatest of combinations. Your bond with Mitchell is greater than any bond I had with him. Together, you two are unstoppable. Unhand me! Release me! Anyways, we're almost there, quite. Mitchell. Yes, Sprout? Take care. I was lucky to have known you. Though the parting hurts, the rest is in your hands. Wait, Sprout, before you go, I want to do something. I want to have at least one last memory to remember you by. Well, Mitchell gave Sprout a parting hug. Alright. Take care, Sprout. We'll see this mission through to the end. We'll stop the planet's paralysis. I know you will. Goodbye, Mitchell. Sorry for the hold-up, Dusknoir. Yeah, very much seems like Special Episode 5. Well, after entrusting his mission to his friend, Sprout returned to the future. Yeah. Despite their sorrow, Mitchell and Sparky vowed to see their mission through to the end. Yeah, we have to do this for Sprout's sake. Let's prevent the planet's paralysis. Right, indeed. Filled with that sentiment, they set off on what Mitchell thought was his final adventure. As for Sprout, after having returned to the future with Dusknoir, the only thing left to do was to wait until Mitchell and Sparky succeeded, waiting for his disappearance from the world. Well, Chapter 5, and the Future of Darkness. Right. Is this the future? I'm back again. This world of darkness. Dusknoir's already gone. No doubt he's already scheming to find a way to return to the past. I hope I've bought Mitchell and Sparky enough time. Mitchell and Sparky, please succeed for me. I believe in you two. My injuries from fighting Dusknoir still hurt. It's a strange feeling. My mission is over. There's nothing left for me to do. Do I allow myself to feel emotion? No. Okay, sure. I must always be on guard in case Mitchell and Sparky fail. I have to prevent Dusknoir from returning to the past again. Which means I must go to Temple Tower. Even if I am no match for Primal Dialga in my current state of fitness. I need to buy Mitchell and Sparky as much time as possible to complete their mission. Okay. For this part of the story, you will be playing as Sprout. Because of this, all items currently in the treasure bag have been placed in storage. As you're playing as Sprout, accessing storage will be disabled until a later part of the game. Alright, so we don't get to keep any of our beautiful items. We do have Absorb, Quick Attack, Leaf Blade, and Dig. Right. I mean, we should be rather good in terms of levels for stuff related to the future. Yeah, alright, we deal like 100 damage with Absorb. And roughly 30 with regular attack, which means I'm probably like roughly 10 levels higher, I guess. Anyways. We do have ghost types. Also, I did not check that in any of the other dungeons yet, but just out of curiosity, mission objective is indeed changed. Alright. Petrify Orb could actually be rather useful in case I do end up running into a monster house. Right, Blinker Seed and some Thorns. Wouldn't really call them all that useful, but oh well. The Blinker Seed is, but the Thorns not really. And well, there goes my apple. Yeah, okay. I mean, could have used Quick Attack, but it's not really effective against Shuppet. Ah, that's kind of annoying. Because that did lower my attack by quite a lot. Also, I should actually grab that apple. And while I'm at it, the orb as well. Alright, and we are at a midway point. I've come a long way, just a little further. Right. We save and continue. Deep Barren Valley. Although I'm rather sure these were longer in base game, weren't they? Like not just 5 floors. Maybe I am misremembering though. It's been quite a hot minute since I've played anything related to Special Episode 5. So, yeah. Unfortunate miss. Second unfortunate miss, and you deal damage. Okay, 5 hit Fury Swipes would actually end up killing me. That would hurt quite a lot. Okay, Navagalaniel. They do take 2 hits. I assume roughly around 110, 120-ish HP. Which wouldn't place them actually that much lower than myself. Again, could be that Gromon has elevated stats as well though. I mean, he is part of a like a player starter line. So that could just as well be the case. Well, anyways, we do have stairs. Of course, we have these weird dead ends that just kind of bait you. Oh, come on, a second one. Being like corner to corner with another hallways. Man, that's just evil, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna confidently ignore the Flygon. Alright, 9. Curse. Okay. It should be good with having healed off it, yeah. Alright, floor 5. There's another. It does go across corners. Well, at least in theory. Does not help that I just missed it all. But oh well. We get an eye drop and an apple. I do really want to quickly check what's on the left, just in case that room does end up housing the stairs, which it does. Alright. And we are through Barren Valley Clearing. I think I'm almost through. But it's still a ways to Temple Tower. I mustn't lose any time. There's a group of Pokemon up ahead. Huh. Arcanine. Just my luck. Another one of the Alga's agents. Second only to Dusknoir in rank. Murkrow, you report. Sir, General Arcanine, sir. I was performing my usual reconnaissance when I spotted something that might interest you, sir. Go on. It's about Lord Dusknoir. He's returned from his mission, sir. Dusknoir was able to bring Grovyle back to this time, but he has failed to capture him. I see. And the human? No, wait. Master Dialga told me he'd somehow transformed to a Chimchar. Did you spot any Pokemon of that sort during Recon? No sign of any Chimchar, sir. Thank you, Macro. You're free to go now. Sir, yes, sir. Well, he turned himself into a Chimchar. That's the funniest mug I've ever heard. Okay, good. Yeah. How pathetic, that's the third time you've let them run free, Dusknoir. I doubt Master Dialga will show any mercy for you. Sir, what are your orders, sir? General Arcanine, sir. Listen up, Dusknoir's continued failures will be sure to enrage Master Dialga. If we were to stage a little coup d'etat or so, to usurp his position. I don't know, they just basically want a French Revolution in Pokemon. I don't know, I have no doubt Master Dialga will endorse our action. After all, in this world it's survival of the fittest, and Dusknoir simply isn't fit enough to survive. Our aim is simple. Our task will be to eliminate Dusknoir and every last one of his Sableye. And we shall assume our rightful place as Master Dialga's top agent. Dialga was a fool to place their trust in him. Are we clear? Sir, yes, sir. Right, then move out. Okay, well that's a stroke of luck. Dusknoir and Arcanine will be fighting amongst themselves for a while. And while they are distracted, I can enter Temple Tower undetected. There isn't a moment to waste. I must get to Temple Tower as quickly as possible. Right. Well, here we are, Temple Tower. Temporal Tower, not Temple. The same place Mitchell and Sparky are ascending right now. I wonder, have they defeated Primal Dialga already? Well, even if they have, it does not matter. My mission only ends when I disappear from this world. Whatever's up at the top of Temple Tower, I'll fight to the end. For the future. Alright. Then save and continue. Well, I hit my microphone, I'm sorry. Alright, Petrify, Blinker, both good items. The Graveler Rogue not so much, but oh well. Let's see, Temple Tower was, I think, 2 times 10? Something along those lines. Oh, I did not get my belly replenished, alright, that's interesting. But I guess it's fine. We are good on the food items, so I'm not concerned in that regard. I should actually eat them though, yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure I can, yeah, I should just eat 2. Okay, Drowsy tried to poison me, cool. Let's see, we do get an Insomnia Scope. That I'm definitely gonna give to Sprout. Alright, let's see, we do have details on this floor. Oh, nice. Yes. Without even meeting a single Pokemon. Well, unfortunately did not get as lucky as that on this floor. Alright, we get a Reviver. Alright, we do take that. Mean look. Okay. Kind of unfortunate, I just wanted to ignore the Zubat and just step onto the stairs, but I guess it's fine. Wait, it's poison type, right? Okay, I kind of don't really have anything useful against it besides maybe Dig due to the poison type, but oh well, it's a 2-turn move either way. Of course they are Trip Traps, because why would there not be any of those? The Golbat behind. And the Drowsy has Forewarn. Well, at least we're in a hallway, which isn't as bad for confusion, because for some reason the how is it called? The movement goes through if you decide to go through a hallway every time, and you're like not being able to step inside of the enemy Pokemon, if that makes sense. So you can just go away until the confusion status runs out. Holy shit, can I please, for the love of God, hit you? Thank you. Man. I took like 5 or 6 absorbs? Forward. And now I just normally missed. And I'm cringing. Man, I really do have some accuracy issues here and there. But anyways, we made it out alive. You're levitating, right? I should have thought about that, yeah? That makes sense. But wait, can I hit you? No, I can't. Okay, absorb, I guess. I do have to use special moves, at least. Unless I'm not killing him with a hit. Let's see. Man, this floor layout. Okay, so they do have to be somewhere right about here. Oh, I'm out of absorb. Can I get away with ignoring Miss Maggie's? Surprisingly, yes. Okay, I do have max elixirs, more than enough. I can just chuck one of those. Even though it's probably the last floor, or close to at least. Right. Blowing up is also a good way, I guess. Alright, that did in fact kill. We do get another revival. We take that. Oh, Miss Magus does not appear to have a lot of HP. I don't want the Oran. Alright. Now can absorb, heal, and that is good. Confronting. Alright. Or maybe the future temple tower is not split into 2 parts. That could also be the case. Which would make it go roughly 15 floors? Somewhere around that. Or 13. No, never mind, it does have a midway point. Well, I've climbed pretty far. I'm almost to the pinnacle. And there, that's where Primal Dialga is. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he played him. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just need to hit him, alright. Another revive. I think we're down... we do have like 3 now. Which is good. And I got away with ignoring the Hypno. Do I get away with ignoring you? Yes. Although I did have to take 2 sucker punches. But it worked. Alright, you should be one hit at least as long as I hit, which I do. That is a dead end, meaning that these stairs have to be up on the top right. Indeed, they are. Ah, I did not adjust my position correctly. Right, they have discharge. Okay, we do get another set of stairs. Temple Spire should also not be all that long. I think. Like I said, it has been quite some time since I've last went through the future versions of Temple Tower and stuff. But, yeah. We should be getting close to the pinnacle. Another reviver seed. How many do I get? And more so, is there a reason I get so many? I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 4 reviver seeds. Well, let's just hope I won't need them. I can ignore both of you confidently. Yep. Two hits did not suffice. Okay. What regular attack does. Oh, I'm out of leaf blade. So I guess I am back to spamming. Absorb. This thing still has forewarn. Well, actually hitting kind of hard. I think you're not levitating. Right? Right. You're for some reason not, despite obviously levitating in sprite work, but oh well. We are through. Finally, made it through the dungeon. The pinnacle is just up ahead. At top of those stairs, I have to be ready for anything. My eyes, do they deceive me? I can't fathom to believe it. What? Alright, the Alga's not doing too hot, I think. Primal Dialga. I'm right in front of them, and yet they seem to have taken no notice of my presence. Alright, wasn't there a thing there about Primal Dialga just being a puppet or something? Again, it's been 1.5 years, so I don't quite remember every story aspect, to be honest. But anyways, I'm sure someone can tell me in the comments. Anyways, has Primal Dialga really been defeated? But if that's the case, how have we not disappeared yet? The hell is that? Well, I've been waiting for a long time. Finally, the time has come. Sprout, your mission. It isn't over yet. The world of the past, it still needs saving. Alright, to be continued in Darkrai's Revenge Act 3. Actually, was that Jirachi? Well, anyways, I don't know. If you enjoyed these stories so far and want to discuss it, I have a Discord server. Search PMD Retold on YouTube and there should be a link in my About page. Also, a full credit list will be presented once the story is complete. Alright, in the meantime, you can check out everyone who's contributed the assets to this hack in the credits 60 file attached to the patch file. You'll be sent to the main menu now, where you'll be able to pick up where you left off when Act 3 releases. Alright, and we also get a save! Yeah! Love it when people actually do that at the end of their staged stuff. Anyways, with that, we do get this menu out, which is quite nice looking. And, well, with that, the game already has said it itself. This is the end for the second act of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Darkrai's Revenge. And I do really hope that you all enjoyed this game as much as I did. And, well, with that, however, this video comes to an end. And until the next time, I do wish you all a great day, night, evening, whatever ends. Bye.